Nights can be dangerous for people forced to live on the streets or in the slums, especially in the mid 60s in the slums along the east and north of Bombay, now known as Mumbai, one of the largest slums in the world. In 1965 and 1966, someone was attacking people who slept rough on the streets and people who lived among the slums. 19 of them were attacked, as far as we know, by a stranger who bludgeoned them where they slept at night, and 9 folks died. Police suspected that a homeless man, Raman Raghav, was responsible. He was known to police and had spent time in prison for robbery. They did not have any real evidence, though, and Raghav wasn't about to give them any, so they had to let him go. Things calmed in Mumbai, at least for a while. In 1968, the death began to pile up again, in the same way, in the same area, beginning in August. This time, the frequency of the attacks was greatly increased. Mobs of people were severely beating beggars and homeless men they suspected might be responsible. The entire city was panicked. This time, police went on an all-out manhunt. They combed through the entire city, and it's a very large city, along with the forests and wildlands at the outskirts of the city. And they fleshed him out. They took him into custody. This time Raghav, who by then racked up a series of aliases in police files, he was known as Cindy Dalla, Talai, Anna, Thamdi, Taluswami. Well, anyway, he was talkative, man. He was initially charged with only 2 murders, but he confessed to 41, up and down the Great Indian Peninsula Railway and another dozen in the slums. Already 57 murders. Authorities and experts suspect that he killed many more. At his preliminary inquiry, he refused to answer questions from the lawyers until police brought him chicken. He would eat, then describe his crimes, and be silent until he was given chicken to eat again. At some point, he also asked for hair oil, a mirror, and a comb. He even asked for a sex worker, but acknowledged that legally they weren't going to bring him one. He took police to the crime scenes and then into the bush where he hid the rod, the knives, and other objects he used as weapons. He showed them his stash of treasures, items he stole from his victims. There was a pair of old reading glasses, an old umbrella, cooking stove, an old wristwatch, and a jar. He pleaded the Indian equivalent of diminished capacity by reason of mental illness. He was found sane, though, and then would plead guilty anyway. However, at trial, a defense psychiatrist testified that he was, in fact, a paranoid schizophrenic. He was sentenced to death and did not appeal, but in India, the high courts review every death sentence. When it came time to review Raghav's sentence, the High Court ordered that a panel of psychiatrists needed to examine him before any sentence could be carried out. They believed he was incurably mentally ill, and so the High Court converted his sentence to life imprisonment. He was imprisoned, but also treated at a mental health facility, where he was also studied by researchers. And he would die of kidney failure in 1995. Thank you for listening. If you're enjoying these videos and want more, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any videos. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it.